Nutrition security, one of his top priorities. He's strengthened the position of the African Union, which had already made several declarations on war, on the unacceptable levels of hunger and malnutrition on the continent. Well, the 30th of October will see Nepad and the African Union mark Africa Day for Food Nutrition Security in Niger. Boitshepo Giyose is the Senior Advisor for Food and Nutrition Security at Nepad, and she is now joining us in the studio. Good to have you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning.
So you are already getting ready to go into Niger. You're leaving today. Talk to us about what is actually going to be happening there.
October 30th has been declared the Africa Day for Food and Nutrition Security. So this year the event is going to be commemorated in Niamey, Niger, West Africa. The reason being that, as you all know, Niger and some of the Sahelian countries have been experiencing bouts of hunger, food insecurity due to climatic conditions and many other reasons. So we decided to go to Niger to be able to not only support the Sahelian countries, but Niger in particular in commemorating this day. The day is about actually an advocacy, to advocate and to better make people understand what malnutrition and hunger and the consequences thereof are on the continent.
Yeah. Why Niger? Why was that chosen in particular?
Niger was chosen because, like I said, being a Sahelian country, facing a lot of challenges around food insecurity and malnutrition, but also because we had the 3 previous commemorations in the eastern and southern part of Africa. And Niger, because also they have a very interesting initiative to combat agriculture underdevelopment, food insecurity and malnutrition, called the 3N, which means or stands for Nigerians Nourishing Nigerians.
And it worked well?
It is working because, it's a fairly new initiative. It is supported by the government. It is supported by Nepad and AU and indeed, the development partners across the globe.
Let's get an adequate picture of how bad food insecurity is on the continent.
Oh, it is very bad. Today, if you think about the fact that about 300 million Africans are undernourished, that is simply unacceptable. We are talking about one person dying of hunger and malnutrition. 12 people dying rather every minute. So since we've been sitting here, you and I, you can do the math.
12 people die
of hunger and malnutrition every minute. And to further imagine that about 40% of our children under 5 are stunted. That means they are short for their age. This affects their brain, their physical development, and into adulthood, they're not able to be as productive as a person who has not been stunted in childhood.
What is the role of Nepad to help the situation?
The role of Nepad as the development arm of the African Union and as the implementing arm of the African Union is to ensure that, at regional and country level, countries develop better policies, they translate those policies into programs, and those programs are implemented, and to help monitor and evaluate what is actually happening so that we learn from lessons and we're able to put into place what works and scale that up so that everybody benefits.
How do your activities make a difference in a practical way, though? If you can give us an example.
We are very hands-on, we are very pragmatic, we are very practical. For instance, let me pick an example of the homegrown school feeding, a program that is a win-win for small-scale holder farmers as well as, the school children. The idea being to stimulate local production, to create markets, supply the food to the schools, thereby improve the food and nutrition security and the school attention and retention, and the educability of the pupils. We already have this program in more than 20 countries in Africa, and also we are supporting food fortification to make sure that the populations get adequate and essential vitamins and minerals in their diets, because as we know, most African diets are starch-based. People just eat pap or sorghum only, and that is not enough. So Nepad is at the helm of ensuring that nutrition security, over and above just food security, are adequately delivered to the populations.
Let's leave it there for this morning. Boitshepo Giyose is the Senior Advisor for Food and Nutrition Security at Nepad, Planning and Coordinating Agency. This 30th of October coming up, we'll see Nepad and the African Union mark Africa Day for Food, Nutrition and Security. That's happening in Niger. Have a good trip. I hope it goes well.
Thank you very
numbers like that just...
They are shocking
it's
and unacceptable.
It's unacceptable.
It is scandalous, actually.